Into Tom Kerwin and the Leeds United manager Neil Warnock.
Well, Neil, is the positive today that your team managed to keep that scoreline down?
Well, I mean, it's disappointing, frustrating. I think the fans, myself, we're really glad that January's coming now, and we can get one or two additions into the squad. We missed a few players as well today, but that's no excuse. They were physically stronger than us, and that's why they're where they are. They don't concede goals, and they only play one up front. But the way that they are, the system they play, they're effective, and that's what the Championship's about. We were a little bit too meek and mild today, I thought.
You made changes to your team. Obviously, some of them enforced some injuries, the likes of Becchio. Do you find?
Yeah, Bex has got a little bit of a knock on his thigh, and it wasn't worth the risk in those conditions when we got Bolton. He's in tomorrow. We're in tomorrow, and he'll be in training tomorrow. Hopefully, having a little bit of a jog and ready for Monday for the game Tuesday. Dufy the same. Dufy said to me, "Gaffer, I've never played so many games in my life, and with it being Bolton Wanderers on Tuesday, I thought it was important to give him a bit of a breather and give Ross 90 minutes. So we did that. Jerome Thomas the same. I think Jerome's struggling with 2 in 4 days as well. So I decided that Bolton was more important for those players, than risking today.
This afternoon, not many shots really on the whole goal. No. How much responsibility do the players have to take for that?
Well, I think the first half. I didn't think we did bad in the first half. We just got balls in their half and didn't do anything with it. We either lost it by not passing, making a simple pass, or we gave it away easily, and so we never really give ourselves a chance. And I remember the report about when they played Huddersfield. It said Huddersfield didn't have a shot, and I thought, wow, that's huge. But we never punished them in good areas today. We either crossed at the first man, or overcrossed it, or missed out outside the box with a lazy pass. It was disappointing and frustrating for the fans and myself, really. That's why I'm just delighted it's January next week.
Yeah, I think the frustration's there because the gulf, seemed to be a gulf between the two teams.
Well, there is. I mean, that's why they're second in the league, and we aren't at that level yet. So the new owners are supportive in that. They know that we've got to improve. They know we've got to bring players in, and that's what we're going to try and do in this next week or two.
Back-to-back defeats now. How much responsibility do you sort of take on your shoulders, Neil, for that as well?
Well, I think any manager, you don't want to lose any game, let alone back-to-back. But the Championship is such like that. You've got a chance of winning games consecutively and losing them, and it's how you pick yourselves up. We've had 2 tough games at Forest. I know it sounds silly, but I thought Forest, we should have won at Forest. Today, I didn't think we were ever in the game today, physically. And I thought, we looked a little bit lightweight today. But, we've got to dust ourselves down. You've got to forget about this. That many games quickly. We've got to, like I said, we're training tomorrow, Monday, and then ready for Tuesday night game now. We move on.
It was a tough ask for, Sommer obviously started the first game.
Yeah, it
was.
It was, yeah. I probably expected a bit too much so early. And he wasn't really at the races, David. I mean, it's not for lack of trying. So I just felt it was more to start him than bring him on in a game like that with Luke, because I didn't really want to bring Becchio on today with his knock, because that would have defeated the object of leaving him out, for Tuesday. If I brought him on and he did it then at 2-0 down, you kick yourself, really.
You mentioned January. Any closer to tying up players? I know noises are coming from Swansea about Alan Tate.
Sean Harvey's he's working around the clock. He's talking to quite a few players, and clubs about players, and the new owners are really supportive of that. So we're really trying to bring 1 or 2 in, and as quickly as possible, and that's what we're doing. But hopefully we'll have all the 3 or 4 players available for Tuesday, and then by the time the next league game comes up, 1 or 2 new faces.
I missed out on Chris Wood. Is that right?
Yeah. I mean, no one can, and I wasn't being detrimental to us. I think no one can compete with Leicester in our league if they come in for a player. A little bit like when Chelsea buy a player in the Premier League, But we're in for 1 or 2 other players, good players, and like I said, we're very competitive, and I know the support that I'm getting. So we'll have to, we'll just have to keep our fingers crossed.
Yeah, financially, you're confident you can afford the players.
Yeah, it's just getting the right players, and we are working very hard behind the scenes, and it can't come quick enough for me, really.
Moving on to New Year's Day, then, chance to quickly bounce back.
Yeah, we need that. We needed, like I said, 2 tough away games, and we haven't come out with any credit really and any points of credit, so we have to get straight back into it now. We've played well at Ellen Road, and there's no reason why we don't as well. And I'm expecting the players that come back in to give us a lift, and we've got to be ready to go on Tuesday night.
Changes again for the team, do you expect?
Well, I expect all the players, Thomas, Becchio, Dufy, to be available on Tuesday night. Possibly Peltier, I don't know, but I expect those three, which are main players. They are big players for us, really. And it's a tough game, Bolton, but I'm looking forward to it.
So it's a better 2013 for Leeds United.
Yeah, thank you very much. Thank you.
Neil Warnock speaking with Tom Kerwin there. Let's just take